All right, coaches, I'd like to show you inside of our Elite membership area. So if you join Corenrstone Elite, this is the area that you will have full access to, as well as access to questions and answers with myself and other Corenrstone staff. The first area that you'll notice is our new video and audio tips. We post regular video and or audio tips that we find or create. So if we're watching a game and we see something that happens that we'd like to talk about, or if we have a specific topic that we think would be beneficial to our Elite members, we go ahead and post that in here. It's updated several times a month. There is no absolute regular schedule, but it is updated quite often. And then you can also click on the video tips archive, which will take you into all of the video tips that we have since we started our Corenrstone Elite area. So you can see there's quite a few different video and audio tips that you'll find, as well as some things in here that help show you how to use some of the charts and some of the other things that are in our membership area. So that's a very, very popular area for us. We get a lot of feedback from our members on our audio and video tips, or if we get a question from a member, a lot of times we'll add to that so that we're not the only ones, so that the member who asked it isn't the only ones getting the information, so that everyone's getting the information. Here we have the Ask Coach Nelson section. So if you have a question that pops up during your season, just enter your name, your email address, and then you can enter your question down below, and then you'll be signed in, so you just hit submit, and I will get back to you. Usually it's within 24 hours, but almost never more than 48 hours. Down here we have our online libraries. Again, another one, a very, very popular thing for us is our Silver Library. There's tons of coaching information inside of the Silver Library. So here we can see program administration, and inside of program administration you have things like your tryout forms, code of ethics, player ethics, fan and parent code of conduct. I have a great end of your success checklist here for you. We post depth charts for our players, so there's a template for that. There's a pitching availability activity, so if you're unsure if a pitcher's thrown too much, you can do that. And we're now adding our operations manual for high school coaches into this as well, and so we've added our October and November section of that right there, and that'll be coming out about every month for quite a while here. Down to game administration now. If you go in there, you'll see we have all kinds of charts, including our weighted quality at bat template, which I think is just awesome for talking about a player's actual contribution to your team offensively. It's pretty innovative. Here's a hitting plus minus chart that you can utilize as well. I put together a sign system for you, so if you're a new coach, you're looking for some signs. We also have our pick-proof pitch calling system that you can use, and if you're calling pitches from the dugout, it's the one where the catcher will put a wristband on and you'll call numbers and they'll know what you're calling, as well as our Rocket Index down here, which is a really cool chart that basically measures the freebies, the freebie war for a game. So a lot of these we keep in game for our players so that we can see how they're actually performing instead of just having an idea of how they're performing. And there's all kinds of more information down here. There's some conditioning stuff. We've got videos that teach here. Our tactical games, another extremely popular thing for us. So we break it down for catchers, pitchers, outfielders, infielders, offense. We have team challenges for practice, process scrimmage, and situational hitting challenge for batting practice. This is one that our coaches absolutely love because they come right to this and they can pull it up right on their phone or iPad or whatever they have and just pull out a tactical game or challenge for practice, and their practices automatically become more competitive, more game-like, and more fun for their players as well. So that's our Silver Library. Really a popular place for our Corenrstone Elite members. We also have a conditioning library here. It's going to take you through, we have an in-season workout program for your players, 2 weeks to a stable core, then our rotational power series, the agility that we do for our players, as well as our yoga. And then if you have younger players, this document right there is going to give you some great tools for them for conditioning, because obviously they're in a little bit of a different mindset than maybe some of the high school players, but they definitely still need some conditioning. And so that will give you some games that you can play with them to get them in baseball shape. Click here and we have our starting into our online courses. This one's pretty simple. It's just a video course. It's 10 tips for playing great team defense. 10 things that you can implement directly into your practices. Another really popular course that we have is the small ball and big innings course. As you can see here, it goes over our bunting philosophy when we bunt, run expectancies from bunting, and then we talk about different types of bunts, our hit and run there, and then all of our information on when and how to properly steal bases, as well as taking extra bases, and then we give you some tactical games for bunting and stealing bases. Base running and small ball is something that's often overlooked. We do not overlook it. Our philosophy, as you can see here, is small ball for big innings. So we're not trying to use small ball to create 1 run. We're trying to use it to create 3, 4, 5, 6 runs. This is our coaching philosophy course. And so for those of you that are new to coaching or just want to take it a little bit farther, we have baseball coaching methods. We have a section where you get to create your coaching philosophy, ways to manage your team not only appropriately but safely to help yourself get out of many of the pitfalls of 2015. A lot of the administrative things that you run into as a coach that you may not be ready for, such as conducting a preseason parent meeting, first team meetings, individual player meetings, how you're going to communicate with parents, coaches, officials, etc. And then we have a section on character and team building, a little bit about care and prevention of injuries, and then how do we plan long-term, how do we plan short-term, the difference between deliberate and random practice. So that's another, again, a very popular thing in our section there. We have a course on generating offense and hitting, and you can see that we have had fantastic results offensively with our hitting system over the past 5 or 6 years. Including many in the BB Core era, where we've actually been able to take advantage of a lot of the teams that kind of give up on power hitting and move only to small ball. We've actually, I think, been able to create quite a discrepancy with some of those teams where we're not going to just totally give in on hitting and give in on power hitting. An overlooked aspect of the game here, developing dynamic outfielders. We really spend a lot of time defensively with our outfielders. If your infielders make an error, it's 1 base. If your outfielders make an error, a bad read, something like that, it could be 3, 4 bases. So we spend a lot of time and a lot of specific information in there about developing our outfielders. Down here is a really neat course, a skills and drills course. This is being added to often. You need a drill for practice. Come in here. We've got pitchers drills, we've got catchers drills, we've got hitting drills, infielders drills, and that's being added to on a consistent basis. So you come back a little bit later on, there'll be a few more drills in there. We've got our 5 ebooks here. I add a few video lessons, so when I work with someone and give them a lesson and I do a video analysis with them, I can add it on here for you. If you would like a video analysis, Corenrstone Elite members are entitled to up to 1 video analysis per month. So if you want to add that here, you can upload your file right there. Give me a little synopsis of some of the problems you're having, and I can give you a video analysis, a voiceover of it. And then down here we have our mini clinics. Some of them are things that I've put together. Some of them are from coaches from around the country, and just a few very simple and short things that I've added down here that you can take directly into your next practice, a few drills, and so on and so forth. And then down at the bottom here, you'll see our unsubscribe button. We want you for this to be beneficial to you. And so if you're not happy for whatever reason, or if you feel like you've maximized it, we make it really easy for you to unsubscribe. Just click on that button down there at the bottom, and you're good. So I hope that helps you. If you have any questions on our members area, please feel free to contact me at Kyle@CorenrstoneCoachingAcademy.com. Thank you for your time, and we hope you'll join us inside our members area.